I'm just going to talk to you about some of the potential audience questions that you may face on the WJEC MS1 paper and potential approaches to answering them. I'm going to focus on the textual example of Beyonce's video for Formation because, well, it's Beyonce's video for Formation, and I'm hoping to, surf that lemonade wave all the way to 1 million views, or at least about 97. So, remember that the audience question, when you're using your own detailed examples, will be either 2C for 15 marks, or it will be the extended question 3 for worth 30 marks. Okay, I'll just talk you through some of the questions that have appeared on this paper before and the kind of thing you might be expected to write in response. So, one classic question: how to analyse how media texts are constructed to position audiences. So the key word here, position. Position invites you to talk about reception theory, response, audience response. It invites you to think about how that text addresses the viewer. So Beyonce addresses us directly. Okay, ladies, now let's get information. So it positions us as female. Through the construction of the text, it constructs a preferred reading in which we acknowledge that Beyonce is, ultra fierce. She slays every day. We are positioned to accept a preferred reading in which we, like her, feel that, to borrow from the hashtag that's kind of unspoken underneath this video, Black Lives Matter. This is a video, of course, in which Beyonce is getting very political, in which she is articulating lots of ideas about her own heritage, about black history, about some of the issues that have been going on in the United States over the last couple of years, and we are positioned to feel a kind of a shared sense of anger at that stuff that has been going on, hence the stop shooting us, the images towards the end of the video of the young boy, dancing in front of a line of police who eventually surrender rather than, as they might customarily do, blowing him away. So that's how media texts are constructed to position audiences. Another question: explore how media texts attract different audiences. Again, we can focus on the textual construction of this text, how it positions us to accept the preferred reading, but here also, in attracting audiences as well as the text itself, we can hope that our answer is informed by uses and gratification. This is a text that offers, lots of different pleasures, whether it's sheer entertainment in the music, in the choreography, in the fashions that and styles that Beyonce showcases, from that sort of 80s distressed denim look to the Givenchy stuff that she's wearing elsewhere. It's something that offers a sense, particularly for a black or female audience, a sense of empowerment and therefore personal identity. It offers us a kind of an enriching sense of social integration, the way that we can feel part of a movement in watching this, and part of the beehive if you want to be involved online. In fact, that swarm of rabid Beyonce followers. I'm a key mover in the Greater Manchester chapter of the beehive, but I like to keep that on the on the down low. Again, focus on the construction of the text here. A third question: why do audiences respond differently to the same media text? Now, this was a text that, occasioned a wide variety of responses. Some people wanted to boycott Beyonce. She, of course, has now, on her latest tour, is selling T-shirts with that message. She will always get revenge through her paper, of course. There were people who were angry, who felt that this was Beyonce being racist. There were people who were shocked that Beyonce revealed she was black. But why do audiences respond differently? We're different ages, we're different genders, we've got different experiences, different ethnicities. They are all going to inform how we respond to that text. Again, the positioning of the text is important, but what we bring to it, our own range of subjectivities, are going to determine and influence how we respond to that text. Another question that could potentially come up: what affects how an audience may respond? Again, it's a variation on the previous question that I talked about. You're going to be looking for things like gender. You're going to be looking things like age. Are you female? Are you a Beyonce fan? Are you black? Are you in America? Have you experienced racism for yourself? It's going to inform a different kind of response. Are you male? Are you female? Do you get that sense of empowerment? Or, stereotypically, are you a male who just wants to look for the male gaze? Beyonce is still appealing, to that fan base as well. She's cutting across all demographics and all interests, of course. And finally, explore how audiences can be categorized by media text is another variation on audience questions. Again, we're thinking about gender, we're thinking about demographics here, we're thinking potentially about the values and lifestyle that an audience adhere to. All things that are going to, this particular text, how old we are, again, the ethnicity, our gender. These are ways in which we can be categorized. Might not necessarily be the best case study for that question. Some texts work better for some questions than they do for others. But that's a quick guide to some of the key questions that you're likely to face regarding audience. Key points, remember, it's textual analysis first, theory second. Informed by theory, make reference to theory, but don't let the theory lead your question. And secondly, use the key word from the question in your answer. If it's position, if it's respond differently, keep using that word. If it's how, if it's why, another reason why, another way in which. These are the phrases that you need to pepper your answer if you're going to do well. Okay, thanks very much. Bye-bye.